Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. There is a very high tension in the Kwanza camp, and this high tension is very close to reaching its elastic limit and break off. In my analysis, if there is one thing that is going to give Dr. William Samoei Ruto the biggest headache of his political career, is the choice of the running mate. Where his running mate is going to come from is the biggest headache that he's going to have. And let us not run away from this, because William Samoei Ruto has entangled himself in a situation that we can say to be a quagmire. And this quagmire is going to be so intense, especially when he wants to finally decide on who is the running mate and where the running mate comes from. That is the elephant in the room. Earlier today, Rigathi Gachagua, who is a very vocal supporter of William Samoei Ruto in the Mt.Kenya region, was on Citizen TV. And actually he talked of a lot of things concerning the relationship between William Samoei Ruto and President Uhuru Kenyatta. He actually hit the manner in which President Uhuru Kenyatta has now come on board to support Raila Amolo Odinga and dismissed William Samoei Ruto and his allies from the Jubilee. Apart from that, Rigathi Gachagua also mentioned categorically that William Samoei Ruto is going to pick his running mate from the Mt.Kenya region. In fact, one part where he gave a lot of stress on that is that the moment, by the time the Kwanza was being formed, by the time Musalia Mudavadi and his allies came to join William Samoei Ruto, they knew very well that a post for running mate had already been reserved for the Mt.Kenya region. And he made this on a public national television. And up to now, it has caused a lot of wrangles in the Kwanza alliance. Cleophas Malala has now come out to tackle Rigathi Gachagua head on and to his face. And actually he told him that he has no authority to dictate or to go public and say who will become William Samoei Ruto's running mate. He was telling him categorically that he has no authority to declare where the running mate will come from and who this running mate will be. So in this analysis, that is what I want us to look at. I want us to look at keenly what is happening in the Kwanza alliance. What is it that is causing all this tension? So if you're coming to the channel for the first time, take a second and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that the next time we produce a video like this, then definitely YouTube will alert you. So the first thing that you can deduce from this, there is indecisiveness in the One Kenya alliance, and this indecisiveness is going to cost William Samoei Ruto. Because listen, everything that Ruto is banking on right now is defined by the relationship he has with the Mt.Kenya people. And I'm beginning to think that the moment Kenya Kwanza alliance was being formed, the moment Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula were coming to form the Kenya Kwanza alliance, it seems to me that William Samoei Ruto promised them a running mate position. In other words, William Samoei Ruto promised them that when you join me, I will consider you and give you the running mate position. That is a position that is so big. And the gamble that is there right now politically is that things are seeming to be changing in the larger Mt.Kenya region. And William Samoei Ruto started to see it long time ago. Ruto is not a newcomer in politics. And Ruto is not a newbie in the political happenings. So when he sees a lot of things happening, then definitely he can gauge and try to see way ahead. So when he was going to sweet talk Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula, he promised them that he will give them a position of the running mate. This is coming out very rightly. The mood that Malala was speaking with is not a mood that you can say is made of fabrications. For example, he's just talking just by the way. He was very serious and he was very categorical, and you could feel it and you could see it in his speech. Let me ask you, Do you think there is anything that can happen in the Ruto's camp, UDA, without Rigathi Gachagua knowing? There is nothing that can happen without Rigathi Gachagua knowing. So if the post of running mate, Ruto promised Musalia Mudavadi, yet he did not tell the likes of Rigathi Gachagua, then definitely it's going to cause division further, and it's not going to augur well with the people of Mount Kenya region. And another thing that we can attach to this, you know, William Samoei Ruto is now coming out to be tactful in whatever he does. And this tension is kind of revealing what might actually come at the end of the day. Just like I told you, if the tension exceeds the elastic limit, then it will automatically break. You know, Ruto is now banking on other regions. There's a video I did about what next for Ruto. The moment President Uhuru Kenyatta spilled the beans at Sagana, at the Sagana 3. And I remember I opined in that video that Ruto may start focusing on other areas. And by focusing on other areas, he does this with the knowledge or the insight that Mount Kenya might not go the way he thought way back when he was starting his campaigns, and he was really penetrating into the Mount Kenya region. So in the behind the scenes, probably Ruto might be crafting a formula to leave Mount Kenya and then go and give the Western people the running mate position. And actually it is going to be very viable for him, because if he goes to Western to get the running mate, then definitely, I tell you, Ruto might shake the outcome of 9th August. You know, Mount Kenya is not now stable, especially when it comes to supporting William Samoei Ruto. So if he goes there, if he gives all his attention there, then he will be gambling. He will be like an investor who likes a lot of risk. Right now, what is happening in Mount Kenya region, Ruto cannot trust Mount Kenya fully. He might be going there maybe to try to counter everything that the president said, but at the back of his mind, he knows very well that right now he cannot bank fully on Mount Kenya. And that is why when you see Cleophas Malala and even Musalia Mudavadi himself starting to go very hard on Rigathi Gachagua and telling him that, you know, you have no authority to speak on who will become the next, who will become the running mate of deputy president, then definitely it tells you Ruto is considering going to galvanize all the votes of the Western region. You know, the quagmire that I was telling you is now coming out to be very clear. The quagmire is, you know, Mount Kenya region is now going to be a 50-50 event for William Samoei Ruto. It's going to be risky for him to take all his machinery there, because at the end of the day, he might not get what he anticipated. And then on the other side, Western Kenya, if he goes ahead and gives Musalia Mudavadi the running mate position, then definitely this might change the equation. You know, right now the equation is not on equilibrium. It is tilting towards giving more attention to Musalia Mudavadi as the running mate than any other party allied to William Samoei Ruto. So he must be very keen on this. He must be very keen on the manner in which these leaders are fronting out this argument. Everything that has happened to William Samoei Ruto in the Mount Kenya region has given the Western people a lot of boldness to come and bargain with him on the table. For example, when you see just a mayor, Kakamega Senator Malala, coming on board to attack Rigathi Gachagua, attacking people who have been with William Samoei Ruto all along way back, then it tells you that the fact that William Samoei Ruto is now not stable in the Mount Kenya region has given them a standing edge, has given them the boldness to come out and strongly demand for what they want, because they know if Ruto goes ahead to go and deal with Mount Kenya people, then he might not get exactly what he was intending with. The only viable option that can increase the temerity of Ruto in the general election is if he goes and gives Musalia Mudavadi the running mate position. I tell you, that will actually shake, leave alone what is now coming out in the Western region, the DAP, the DAP party, leave alone that. The moment he will give Musalia Mudavadi the running mate position, I tell you, it will shake things more than the way he is going to give the Mt.Kenya a chance to pick a running mate and go with him to the ballot. I don't know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. We might see what happened in 2013. You remember Shetani ambaye hata jui hii kazi tulianza aje? You remember that? So we might see things like that. And let's brace for what is coming ahead in the Kenya Kwanza Alliance. So ladies and gentlemen, let's meet in the next video and have a great time.